Every year you bake sugar cookies during the holiday season. Why don't you try something new that's so simple, even a non-baker will be able to bake them? Molasses rollout cookies. Every year I debate what kind of rollout cookies I'm going to make with the kids during the holiday season. So keep watching after this one because you're going to see all kinds of recipes from around the world from other YouTube channels that I really love. One of the recipes I'm going to make today are these molasses rollout cookies. The reason I love them is they're different than sugar cookies and probably different than a lot of other kind of gingerbread that you might be trying. They have a really rich flavor and they're super, super duper easy to make. So to start, in my standing mixer, I've got a 1/4 cup of unsalted butter that I've softened. So you can just like watch another Weelicious video. You can see how to soften butter. Here is a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. You can use light or dark brown sugar, and I'm just gonna get it going and mix it till it's nice and creamy. All right, now when that's creamed up, we're gonna add 1 large egg. All right, so let that whisk in there. We're gonna add a teaspoon of vanilla. And then we're gonna add our molasses. This is unsulfured molasses. You can find it at health food stores, regular grocery stores. Molasses is great. I actually used to give molasses to both my kids when they were babies because it's really high in iron, and iron is hard to get. So these are just iron-packed. Could they actually be healthy and good for you cookies? Unlike refined sugar, tons of refined sugar. You can think about that while you're eating them. But you're going to put the molasses in. All right, while that's whisking up in there with the molasses and the brown sugar and the butter, I've got 2 cups of all-purpose flour, some salt, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and I'm just gonna whisk that up. That's a really important thing to do whenever you have your dry ingredients for cookies, is you wanna make sure to get a whisk to distribute everything evenly. Okay, and then you're just gonna put this in, maybe turn down the motor just a little bit, because you don't want everything splashing around in you, and you just wanna gradually add the flour so that that molasses mixture can just kind of grab it. All right, get it all in there, and it's going to just whisk it all up. One of the greatest things about being a kid is getting to make rollout cookies during the holidays. You can see this batter is just super easy to work with, especially when you've got kids running around, ready to bake, screaming, "I want to bake!" All right, now that the dough is ready, I'm gonna show you one of my tricks. Parchment paper. You can see parchment paper right here. You need to have a roll of this in your kitchen because this is what makes rolling out cookies so easy. I mean, I've got a marble surface here, but it still is 10 times easier to do between 2 pieces of parchment paper. Okay, I'm gonna get my dough hook off here. Get all that dough off because it's gonna bind up there. Okay, I'm gonna take my spatula. And you can see already the beauty of this dough is it comes together so easily and quickly. Just dump it right on your bowl. Look, almost all of it perfectly comes out. Put it on in there. And just put it into a ball. A lot of rollout cookie dough recipes will tell you that you need to refrigerate the dough, but who wants to wait an hour for the dough to refrigerate? What are you going to do for an hour? Much rather have a recipe that you can roll it out immediately, and this is that recipe. It's so simple. So just take your rolling pin between the parchment, and the parchment just helps so that you don't have to add any extra flour to your recipe either. Just roll it out until it's at about a 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, between 1/4 and 1/2. It just depends. Like these cookies, if you want them to be really chewy, roll them out to be about 1/2 inch. And if you want them to be a little bit more crisp, you want to roll them about 1/4 inch. And you can see as you're doing this, just start at the center and roll it out and then keep turning the paper Look at this. It's just gonna have that smooth texture on the top. I'm gonna show you right here. See? 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. How easy was that? And then you can just take your holiday cookie cutters, small shapes, large shapes. We've got a little Christmas tree here. Just cut that out. I'm gonna do a big star. Now you're gonna bake them in a 350-degree oven for about 10 to 12 minutes. If you've got much bigger cookies, like this beautiful star here, you might wanna cook that for about 14 minutes. But you just take them over to your baking sheet. I like to use a Silpat. Put it right there, just because the Silpat cooks everything really evenly. And you can see right here, I have some that I already baked. Cute. Cut them in all kinds of fun shapes. Got a little mitten. Fun. For more fast, fresh, and easy recipes like this and more, check out Weelicious.com. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment below. And take a bite and dust it with some powdered sugar or maybe a little bit of icing. Just eat the little thumb.